Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do Little Monsters by Image Comics, made by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. In the last issue, I showed you that there is a group of young kids that has been turned into vampires, and they are bored. They are just doing the same thing over and over again for, I don't know, years, centuries, maybe, I don't know. And we're getting now a little bit introduced about the creature that turned him. And they discovered something else. So let's dive in. This is a black and white, by the way, comic with sprinkles of red, to highlight the blood and other things in here. So we go into the past. We don't know where. I don't know how many years this is, in which century. But there's an old man lying sick, and his little son wants to go out to chopping wood, and the old man says that it's getting cold, but I'm feeling better tomorrow. Just please stay here and look at you. That axe is almost as big as you are. Come. So the little kid comes, and the old man is coughing, and he says, it's nothing. It'll be fine. I just need some rest. And he says, stay with me. And he says, stay. But the little kid goes out there and chopping woods. So he goes in chopping woods, but then when he comes back, the door is open, and he sees that there's a creature hanging over his dad, and his dad has now been drained by this creature, and it says it comes at night. Change. Then the creature comes towards the little boy, and it says, "Child, I am sorry. I have been traveling for a very long time, and I was hungry. Thought he was alone. But now you are alone, yes?" And he says, "Well, you don't need to be. You need to be never alone, ever again." And then the narrative says, then it spreads like fire, a terrible fire that never can be put out, a fire that lasts forever. And then we go to the present, if you can call it present. Maybe this is in the future, I don't know. And we see Romy. So Romy is this little kid here, that is turned. So that means that Romy is a very, very, very old child, very old vampire. So he meets or discovers that there is a man is walking there, and he never saw any other living creature except for the group of people that he is now with. And now he's meeting with this man, and he says, hey, don't be scared. I said, and the old man says, "Oh, well, old, I'm not sure if he's old, but he's, older." He says, "I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just looking for food. We got a whole camp out there, and it's about an hour or two away. And maybe I can help you." And then he hears a sound, and then the ceiling of that building is falling, and this man is trapped, and he's shouting for help. He says, "Help me, help me. No, please." But Romy is a very scared child, and then he flees, and then he, finds a place to hide, and he's, as you can see, he is, don't want to deal with all the craziness anymore. So I wonder, right, if you are, hypothetically, being bitten by a vampire as a child, does that mean you never grow up mentally? Because all these children here are still acting like children. It's I don't know if you have saw the movie Interview with a Vampire. Is it Interview with a Vampire? With Brad Pitt and a lot of other stars. There's also a little kid, female. I forgot her name, who was always staying a child, and she was very just depressed, and that she can never grow up, and then she choose to die in that movie. So I wonder what that means when it comes to little kids growing up. Is it also, if you grow up physically, do you also grow up automatically mentally? Is that how physiology or biology works? I really don't know, but it raises some interesting questions. So we meet up with Billy, and Billy is looking for Romy, and then he also discovers this old man that's trapped, and he says, "Please, can you help me? Maybe a pipe or a bar to pry this off." but Billy only sees the blood and he licks his teeth. And the old man doesn't really get what's going on. He says, "Hey, are there more of you? I mean, we are with a camp. I can bring you to the camp." And then he says sorry, and then he jumps at the guy and bites him. And then we see this. It says change. This is the night it all changed. But like always, that change started slowly with just one. And Billy says, "Never knew." And he says, "I never knew what it was really like." Well, this body of this man lying there. And he's starting to laugh. And then he runs away towards his companions, his friends, if you will. But then one of the group members, there's a lot of people. I'm sorry that I do not know all the names out of my head. But I believe she is called Yui. And Yui is very concerned about Romy. And she said, "Is Romy back yet?" And the other says, "Well, now he's still gone." And so there's a little bit, trouble brewing between these two, because one of them, really wants to find their friend, and the other one, just leave him alone. He's just wandering off. He's always a weird one. Let's play games, And then Yui says, "How can you say that? How can you talk about stupid games?" And then one of these guys says, "Well, it's okay, Yui. Bats is right. Romy survives longer than any of us. I'm sure he's okay." And so one of the twins says also that, chill, Yui. You always get worked up if something changes. But then Billy comes and he says, "But it has changed." And everybody turns around. So he comes down from whatever this is, how this is called, poles, I don't know, electricity poles. And he says, "They never told us." He said, "Billy, where's Romy? Where did you find him?" And then he smiles. And he's changed. He says, "No, I didn't find Billy, but he found something else," Billy says. He said, "What's going on with you? You seem different," the other one says. Yeah, and then Billy says that he is feeling like himself for the very first time ever. And he again tells that they never told us what it was really like. They kept it from us. So I wonder who they are. I believe at first that he is referring to this guy, but he talks like there's more people, maybe more monsters that change them instead of one. Could be, I don't know. It's just filling in some blanks that, just out of my mind. And also Billy says, "I found one, a person, a man, and I tasted him." And the other one says, "You're lying." Says, "No, I'm not. I left him alive. I left some for you guys." And then we go back to Romy. And the narrative changes also. The narrative talks about the change that is starting and that there would be an end. And he said, this would be the night that it all changed. It would be the night that their long walk began to end. The long walk, I believe, their long walk about immortality, guessing. And he said, it started with one person, but that one wasn't Billy. The one that would make forever end was me. So this little girl here, probably from the camp, and he says, "Who are you?" And then Romy shows his teeth, and she is startled, shocked, and she accidentally shoots him in the chest. And that leads us to Little Monsters issue number 3. I had some doubts about the first book. It really didn't pull me in. This one started to click with me. So I'm not sure if this is good, but this is very slow burn, but then in a good way. And I'm not sure why Romy showed his teeth. Maybe he is tired being immortal or feeling alone, or I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even sure if he's dead. And we're going to find out eventually. More things unraveling. And also, who is this creature? Who is this vampire? I don't know, but I want to find out. I like what I'm seeing. Image is doing, like I said a couple of times, is doing great stuff lately. I'm very happy with the route that they're going, or the direction. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. Hope you like my review. If you like it, just leave a comment and maybe you give me a like. And also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, maybe you would consider that. That would help me a lot. And I see you next time. Bye-bye.